So do you think because of what you've been through that you have like, I have to say the last sorry was like, you just see a man that's like zero fucks given. Do you feel like, because of what you've endured that like, man, you're just, are you, you know what I mean? Like, have you transcended giving a fuck?
Well, it's so, a lot of things happen at the same time. So you take on the sense of freedom at the same time as you take on, it's been painful. Yeah. So, and in some ways I have a thinner skin and but I look after myself better than I used to. Yeah. I think before all this stuff happened, I was quite reckless.
Yeah.
With my life and with my privacy and with my ego and with my everything. I was just like, hey, everybody, look at this, look at everything. Yeah. And I was just letting it all out and also taking on anything I was asked to do. And it was just, and I didn't have a sense of, like in in this last special, Sorry, I used Bob Dylan, what do you call this song? Like a Rolling Stone in the opening, because of this one line where he says, your friends all said, beware, doll, you're going to fall. You thought they were all kidding you. This is the way I look at my life before, was that I just didn't think there was danger in the world somehow. So now I do, and that's changed me a little bit. So that's opposite of like no fucks given in a sense. But that's more about the way I live my life and the way I plan my life now. But on stage, that's holy. That's a holy place for me. And I do think I got that back, was the sense of like, don't let anything get between you and the perfect version of this joke and the audience's enjoyment of it. Like that place is sealed off.
Work to get there?
Yeah, it was a bit of a process.
Yeah.
Because I was really scared coming back to work at first.
I don't think people ever really appreciate, I mean, only people who have been in your position can appreciate the feeling of, being publicly like shamed, and they don't really register, like, and then that you don't get to, in many ways, explain it, right?
No, you can't really.
Right. You don't really, because then you have a lot of people going, oh, poor you.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about like, hey, that is like that's a painful experience, right? Yeah. Like it's painful to be like looked at a certain way and talked about, and you just have to keep that to yourself, you feel like?
Yeah, for the most part, I think so. I think it's hard to express. It's painful to talk about, and it's exposing to talk about in a way that's, I'm not sure if it's safe,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But there's a lot of things in life that work on you inside.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of ways that no one can see the world the way you see it.
Yeah.
They see you and the way you live your life from the outside.
Totally.
And you see it from this side. And there's a huge gap there. So at first, I think I used to think, how can I bridge that gap? How can I make that the same? And then I realized, no, that's a good gap. That's a good gap. And it did give me back something I didn't have for a lot of years, which I missed, which was privacy. I'm a different person than other people think I am.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know what I've experienced. And that's I kind of treasure that in a way.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect that to be part of it. But yeah, you just have to accept it. It's all, and anybody who's been through anything will tell you that acceptance is how you survive anything.
Man, that is the truth. Especially with becoming a mom, it's like this radical acceptance of what is versus what was.
That's right.
And it seems to me like that's the only, like your father was great at that, is accepting what is, like just what's going on right now, not what the story is in your head.
Radical acceptance is a great phrase. And it is, I think a mom is a good example. It's like the one example, because it's too much. It's too much, right?
Yeah.
It's just overwhelming. A dad can take just how much he wants and then a little more and then brag about the little more.
Yeah.
Dads love saying like, oh, it's so hard. I mean, I was up all night. Fuck you. Like, fuck you. Because you can go, all right, and I'm going to work. Yeah. But the mom is just, it's just like, you just want to fucking burn this thing.
Yeah. Some
horrible.
days, yeah.
And then guilt of feeling.
Oh, that's the worst.
Right?
The guilt of the feeling and the shame that's built in. Yeah.
But that's it. It's the only thing that stabilizes it is radical acceptance. It's like, well, that's not the world anymore. That's just not the world. And also when it becomes a new condition, it's different for people that have gone through something like losing a limb or trauma. And then life after that is full of like support and trying to get back. But when your life changes to where it's like, this is hard now.
Yeah.
Like this new version of life is hard every day. And there's stuff getting harder. It's not like when you can't find, I think that's what motherhood is like too. It just gets harder and harder. And you just got to go, okay, just every day, see how you get through this day. And it's not going to be better tomorrow. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
It's not, tomorrow's not going to
Don't
be
take that
better.
away from me, my hope, you bastard.
No, but that's the only way you're going to
God
get. That's the
damn
only way
it.
to find
I
peace
keep
in any
thinking
of
it's
this
going to be
stuff.
Yes.
better, man.
You have to have
It's like
It
tomorrow's
is
going
better.
to blow just like today is. And all the best efforts, all the superhuman things.
Yeah.
There isn't some like, physical therapist helping me learn how to,
Yeah.
Come on, man, you can do it.
Yeah.
Like, somebody from another country who's helping you it's just going to suck.
Yeah.
Nature really helps, going out and
Yes.
seeing the world, the earth,
Yeah.
like dirt. Like I'm not a gardener, but there's a garden in this house I have out in Shelter Island. And I don't garden, I don't plant anything, but it's kind of crazy. I go in there and I just dig, I just get my hands in the dirt, I just touch the soil.
Yeah.
And you realize when you really, how often do you do that? Like almost never, right? Now I'm just not into gardening,
Yeah.
but I want to do that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's ripping the soil of the earth and going, this
Yeah.
is a living, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And if you put a seed in there, shit grows. It's fucking
Fucking A,
sick.
how?
It's a magical place.
Sure.
And when you just see it as grass, pavement, areas that I can walk on to get to the next task, you just are missing the fucking point if you can actually get in there. I went to Africa and I was looking into a tree because it had gaps in it, and this guy ran up and punched me. And he said, there's black mambo snakes that wait for somebody to do that.
Oh, shit.
So they can. He goes, and you're dead, and I can't help you. Anyway,
That's a good
That's
lesson.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Don't put your eye in there, dummy.
Don't.
Ooh, mommy, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Look. Try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out. Be her.